Kristy Wallace is no longer part of the Indiana Fever, and while I'm a little late to this news, I wanted to share my thoughts. It's never easy when a player leaves, and in this case, it looks like Wallace's decision to step away from the game wasn't an easy one. According to a tweet from Chloe Peterson, Wallace has announced that she will be stepping down for the 2025 season, though the Fever will still retain her rights. This means if she wants to return for the 2026 season, the Fever will have her rights, similar to what happened with L. Lopez Sell. For those who aren't aware, Kristy Wallace is an Australian player, and she has been playing basketball overseas this year. She hasn't completely left the sport, but it seems she's taking a break from the WNBA. Wallace shared that this wasn't an easy decision but one that she believes is in her best interest. She thanked the Fever for their support throughout the process and mentioned she's looking forward to supporting the team from afar in the upcoming season. It's worth noting that the WNBA's salary structure can be challenging, especially for players at the lower end of the pay scale. Wallace, as a relatively lower-paid player, was earning around $80,000. While she gave it her best effort, it seems she wasn't able to find success at the level she hoped for. The situation was further complicated by a misstep from a past GM that brought Wallace in, which led to some difficult roster management decisions. With Wallace's departure, the Fever now have an open roster spot. This could be an opportunity for the team to either sign a veteran or use a draft pick. Some possibilities include bringing in players like Anastasia Kosu, a young and athletic prospect, or perhaps a player like Rory Harmon, who could contribute as a point guard off the bench. The Fever could also look at options for adding more scoring depth. Either way, there are still plenty of good players to consider as the team reshapes its roster for the future. While some fans may be sad to see Wallace leave, it's important to understand that this decision benefits both her and the Fever. Wallace now has the option to return in 2026 if she chooses, and the Fever have the flexibility to build their team without her salary on the books. It's a big moment for the franchise, and it will be interesting to see how they move forward with the open spot. If Wallace decides to return in the future, the Fever will be in a position to welcome her back. What do you think of this decision? Are you sad to see her go, or do you think it's a good move for both sides? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.